We actually had a really great question from our audience, who is Carla Cicada, who's from Whittier, California. She's an educator. She's waving to us right now. She's an educator. And I loved this question. She said, as an educator, I have to say thank you for showing kids that it's a positive thing to express and feel any emotions. 100%. I love that. What advice would your character give to kids about the power of feelings and emotions?
Well, I'd like to speak to the teacher because my parents were teachers, and I've had a lot of teachers come up to me over the years, over the decade, and say they show this film in their class, which is awesome. And Joy loves school. Joy loves pencils and books and like the first day and like loves like, oh my God, like our new teacher. Like Joy just like loves school. I would think. And I think the advice that she would give to young people in general, I think, is kind of like, don't forget to enjoy how strange and wonderful life can be. I think there is something that happens if excited and anxious. Maya and I were talking about this. Excited and anxious have the same physical feelings. Their heart, your palms are sweating. And sometimes, just as an exercise for me, we just get into a pattern, like the needle goes into the groove and we're just like, I'm worried, I'm anxious, I'm worried, I'm anxious. And sometimes if you replace the word excited, it can trick your brain just long enough, like Tony said, to get out on stage. So you're like, I'm so excited about this. And sometimes we laugh, we're like, I'm so excited about this job, interview that I have to do. I'm so excited to get this job. And it's kind of a trick. But I think there is something to that. I think there is genuinely something to that where you can push through. And the other thing I would say is laughing is really, like Anne Lamott, the writer, calls it carbonated holiness. To me, laughing is the most sacred thing to do. Laugh, laugh, laugh. One of the most beautiful and deeply hurtful and wonderful parts in the film is that Riley's goofing around with her friends. And then the coach is like, hey, focus up. And you have that moment where you're like, oh, and embarrassment comes in. And you have this moment where you're like, oh, you know how to like play with your friends until you don't, until someone tells you to stop. It's so good. So I would say that's why I think people love this movie. Yes, for all the deep messages. Yes, for all of the feelings. And also it's just a great comedy, adventurous, lots of moving around, lots of jumping for joy, and lots of laughing. And I don't know. I know for me, laughing is the thing that it feels like it adds years to my life. It makes me feel like a great release. And so I would say that would maybe be her advice too. Don't forget to laugh. Because life is ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous. We're on a giant marble and the world's on fire. So let's just, have fun. Is that good? Does that cheer you up?
Fun. Look at that. Oh my God. Learning, laughing, living.